There we go. How about that for timing? Bang on the 1 o'clock news. Let's just turn that off. So, I should be live. I should be live, I said. But I think I am. Yes. Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Radiocruncher. I am Radiocruncher, but this is the Radiocruncher live stream. So far it looks like we've got Sean, Man Cave Workshop, Andy Beck's in. Afternoon to you both. Let's pop the chat out so I don't have to see myself. Evening, dear. That's Gary. Hi, Gary. Rob Titheridge, afternoon. How are we all today? Really nice day today in southwest England anyway. I don't know what it's like where you are, but blue skies, bit of cloud. But I've got a barbecue later at the local pub, so got to leave a little bit earlier today. So live stream's going to finish sort of at 3:30, 4:15 today. So, well, I'm hoping it is. You just never know, do you? It's been a lovely afternoon here. Sorry, morning, but it is starting to cloud over a bit. But I think we still should be good for a barbecue later. Anyway, so today we've got a few bits and pieces to get through. I've got Tony's radios here. I've had these for a while now, but he was hoping to pick some of his radios up. I've still got his Zenith and a Selena 415 down there, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to actually get to those in time. But I'm hoping to get these done in readiness for the NVCF next Sunday. And Tony's meeting me up here to hopefully pick these up if I can get them working. So what's everybody else up to? I doubt whether there's going to be too many on today because it is bank holiday weekend here in the UK. So I'm sure you've all got better things to do than sit in and watch me all afternoon. Anyway, cold Guinness because it is still quite warm here. Afternoon, Theo, how are you? So we're going to start with a cold Guinness. So obviously, those are listening or watching, you can obviously participate in the chat. Feel free to type a message. If you stick my at Radiocruncher in front of it, it'll highlight it so as I can answer a question. So if you've got a question, stick at Radiocruncher at the front of it. And if you'd like to support the channel, there is also the super chat $sign down the bottom. So if you click on the $sign, that'll actually contribute. I don't know what happens. I think it takes you to a thing where you can donate a small amount to help the channel. And talking about helping the channel, I'm on the way to getting set up properly to do the live streams. I've got a radio mic. I was hoping that would have arrived today, but I'm still on my modified DIY butchered headphone mic system from one of my Samsung phones, so that's all I'm using at the moment. But I've also got a laptop coming, so I'm hoping to be able to do live streaming via a laptop in the future rather than using just the phone. So it'll let me do quite a lot more bits and pieces, so fingers crossed. Hi Benji, how are you? Welcome to chat, mate. So yeah, if anyone does want to help do that, then that'd be great. I do appreciate everybody who's a patron as well. You know who you are. Thanks for your ongoing support. I don't think I've really ever lost a patron, apart from when sadly they passed away, but unfortunately can't help that. So anyway, cheers. And those of you that saw the preview will know that I've got a lovely old Hacker Mayflower 2 VHF FM only Volve radio over there. I've not done anything to it apart from take the back off and blow the dust and that out of it, so we can have a look at that later. I don't think we're going to be powering it up today, depends on how the time goes. But I really want to try and crack on and get get into these little portable transistor radios. Well, I don't think that Mitsubishi's really that portable, was it? That's not really a pocket radio. You'd have to have a pretty big pocket for that one, but nonetheless, it's an old Japanese Mitsubishi. Tony does collect these. We've looked at all of these before and given them an overview, but I've not actually done any work on any of them yet, so we're going to need to have a refresh on what's right and what's wrong with them. Then crack in, and I think I'll start on the Mitsubishi, being I've got the dial off of it. Are we all here? I've got deep enough pockets. Yeah, my pockets ain't that big, Sean, or you got deep enough pockets to pay for all the live streaming gear, just to make it all better for you chaps. But it would be nice to get a more professional presentation sort of going. So, hi Sam, how are you? You're feeding a bonfire between watching. Yeah, you're gonna have a barbecue as well, are you? Ideal. Hi Chris, how are you, mate? Welcome from, is it New Zealand or Australia? I can't remember, Chris. I think you're Australia, aren't you? You're one of them. Yes. Right. Oz, yeah, I thought you were. I think there's a few on here, Benji. We've got quite a few not on here, but like I say, it is a bank holiday weekend and people are probably out with families, that sort of thing. It's not a normal Sunday afternoon, is it? Because no one's got work tomorrow, so everybody should be in the pub, really. So you don't really want to be sat in this sort of weather, but then it's getting a bit chillier now. It's clouding over. So I think without further ado, we'll start cracking on with these radios. Unless anyone's got any questions. As I say, if you stick at Radiocruncher at the start of it, it will highlight the question and I'll hopefully be able to answer it. Possibly not, but you never know. Right, so let's get down on the bench. As I say, I'm hoping to get at least a 2-camera set up and also be able to switch in either my iPad screen or probably the laptop screen, capture screenshots, look at schematics, that sort of thing. So it should be a lot more interactive for you and a lot more interesting. Not that it's not interesting anyway. So what have we got here? We've got a couple little Zenith Royal 80s there. Look. One of these is a donor set, this one. So we're not really looking to get this one going as such, but probably will. I won't be able to resist it. So it's really pretty transferring the label across onto this one. And any other bits that this one needs that I can rob out of this one, really. So that really is a donor set, the black one. It's a lovely little Zenith AM FM, and that one was working, luckily. So that was good news. We did try that one. It needs a couple of things doing to the aerials a bit. Well, again, not the aerial's not bent, but the little bracket that it goes onto. I think someone's probably tried to lift it up that way instead of out that way. And we've got again a little Magnavox. I like Magnavox radios. I don't know, there's just something about them. They look a bit what's the word I'm looking for? A bit sort of higher end than the other ones, then, shall we say? And to say, we've got this Lunking Great Mitsubishi. We have got a circuit diagram on the back of that one as well. So it's an 8X815L. So I'm not sure if there's any information on that. But it's a basic Japanese radio. It's 6 or 9 transistor. I can't remember now how many transistors is in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 transistors. 2. Yeah, hey, well, it says it there, that idiot. 8 transistors. But the main problems with these is going to be the electrolytic capacitors. So yeah, that's what we're going to look at today. And as I say, later on, we'll get the Hacker Mayflower up on the bench and see what's on with that. Hey, there he is. Tony, how you doing, mate? welcome back from your trip to the States, I believe, wasn't it? What I'm trying to do, Tony, is get you some radios ready for the NVCF. Hopefully we can sort you out a few repaired ones. I say I don't know where time's going at the moment, but I just don't seem to get a chance to do anything. I've got so much stacked up here, it's unbelievable. But as long as everyone's patient, that's the main thing, isn't it? Right, so let's get some power on this. We've got a dodgy battery terminal. And I think this is the one that had this sort of box attached. Yeah, that ain't repairable. So the idea is to put a PP3 connector on and fit this 4C cell adapter, which will go in there quite nicely. So that's the plan. So we're going to need to solder one of those in today. So let's get some power. It's a 6-volt radio, not 9. So let's get my power supply up. Argentina and Brazil for holidays. Very nice, Tony. I take it you are coming to the NVCF, Tony. I'm sure you said that you were going to hopefully pick up some radios from me, all nicely repaired. I can't remember whether this one was working or not, but we're all hooked up. Incidentally, the tuning dial thingy, whatever you call it, is here off of the radio. It's cracked in a few places, so I'm trying to not push it on and off unless I've absolutely got to. I will try and reinforce it with a bit of epoxy, but really this is going to be a one-off. Once that goes back on, I wouldn't recommend pulling that back off again because it may well break. So all I can hear in this is hiss. Oh, no. Just my current limiter was down too low, that was all. Hopefully you can hear that. So I'm on medium wave at the moment. It's not very sensitive. Long wave.
We're looking to fight for funds from the European Union for the people. Voted for the referendum on leave or stay within the European Union.
So let's just get you down onto the speaker a minute, if I can reach that far.
4 weeks ago, so unfortunately, the European election is the key one, the 23rd of May. There's another new party standing in the Euros in Stapleford High Street.
So you notice the audio is very pinched on it. That's all I can say. It's very harsh. It's working, but it's going to need the audio capacitors doing. Right, so let's have a look how this thing comes out of the case. Looking at that very easily, it looks like there's 2 screws on the bottom here, 2 screws on the top. So let's get those out. Let's keep an eye on the chat while I'm at it. I'm being careful with these because it is screwed into plastic. Actually, no, it isn't. It's metal. It is metal, but the screws. Oh, hang on. You've got a loose ferrite there as well. Look. So I'm going to reattach that somehow. It's going to be a cable tie job, I think. Yeah, we should be able to drill that and put a cable tie through. I don't think we're going to be 3D printing any bits for this one. It's an unusual radio. I've never seen one before, I must admit. Strange that the nuts aren't captive, really. But, say it is an old radio, after all. He says, chucking his screwdriver everywhere. Come on, you naughty thing. Right. Afternoon, Mr. G7 SWR, Mike. Oh, yeah, I think you're with a few people there, Mike. Most people have got something on today, being it's a bank holiday. But well, people in the UK anyway. Okay. That's the two top ones out. Pop the bits in the battery tray for a minute. Two bottom ones just into the plastic casing of the front panel. So it looks like it pushes out. Yes, it does push out, but it doesn't want to. There we go. She's on the move. She's coming out. So I haven't looked for any service info on this. It should be, famous last words, but it should be pretty straightforward. Let's just take that headphone jack off. There we go. Let's put that back on for a minute so I don't lose it. One case off. Let's put that over there out of the way. The case, Sean, is it's PVC by the looks of it. So probably because there's a little bit of dirt in the stitching as well, I might give that a squirt with the foam cleaner. I'll try the base first just to make sure it's that the surface doesn't come off of it, and then I think that would be the best thing. You can't use any polish on it really because you'll blacken the white stitching on it. So I will take a picture of that schematic in there and blow that up later before this one goes back. Okay, so that's the insides of it. And so we need to just drill a hole down through there and secure that one. In fact, I may do that now. It's hollow, so now that's ideal for just securing with a cable tie. Let's get some drill bits down. Let's find a cable tie. Otherwise, I'm going to end up pulling those very fine aerial wires off. That should do it. Yeah, say Sean, this is PVC, not leather, so right, let's just go through there. Let's go about there. I'll stick a smaller one in first, don't I? Hopefully you can all see what I'm up to here. I am going to sort out an overhead cam as well, which will be really useful. That's pretty tough, that stuff. Okay, so just drilled a pilot hole with a smaller drill. What's that, 2mm? I'm just using a 4mm to go through. There we go. That should do it. Let's get them back about the way. Might have to use a slightly bigger. It looks like it was sort of there, right on the very end by the looks of it. See if this one will reach. Yeah, there we go. I'm not going to murder it up because I don't want to crack the I don't want to crack the ferrite rod, so just give it a little tweak with the. There we go. That's better. Put a little bit of wax on that later. It looks like this coil's moving as well. So we'll tune that first before we take it off. Okay, so we've got, it looks like the whole lot comes off of the backboard with 3 screws. So let's take those off. Or the backboard, the front panel even. Let's keep the chat. I'll tell you what, this keeps timing out, this screen. I can probably alter the timeout on the settings. I ought to do that actually because it's a real pain. Let's just see if I can alter that in the settings. Screen time. No, we don't want that. We want display and brightness. Display. No. Okay. So you must be able to turn off the screensaver, surely. Battery. Well, if anyone knows how to turn off the screen timeout on the iPad Pro, let me know. Right, this one here should, once I take the volume on, off and off, there we go. Well, to be fair, that's come apart pretty easy for servicing. It looks like I can get to nearly all the capacitors without taking that board off as well. I think I can. Lovely little trimmers in there. I don't know, let me just have a look, see what camera angle you've got there at the moment. Yeah, it's not bad. Going in a little bit closer for you. It's probably the same, but you know. You're off, Sean, are you? Cheers, mate. Yeah, some nice little trimmers in there, look. That'll be for the RF front end. Nice air-spaced capacitor. Got a bit dusty, so I need to blow that one out. Alright, puts it down here by the looks of it, attached to the main body, main chassis body. Switch has got a nice hole in it, so it's easy to squirt some switch cleaner in there. Switch with switch fever. So yeah, nice little radio to service this one. Okay, so we've got some very strange capacitor sizes, as is usual in these old Japanese radios. We've got 30 microfarad there. We've got another 30 there. That's like 100, 200. All those ones at the back. 50s. So we've got 50s, 30s, 100 and a 200. Strange, there's no smaller values than that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 capacitors to do. So how difficult could that be, eh? Famous last words, isn't it? Let's just fire the desoldering tool up while I find some capacitors that'll fit. So we should have a 33. Yes, we have. Then we rated at 6 volts. What's this one? 25 volts. What are those? 33, 63 volts. That's a bit over the top. So we need 2 of those. I've got 220. What's that one there? 220. 10 volts. What's that one? 226 volts. Let's stick the bigger one in there, I think. 25 volts. It's 100. volts. And it was 250, so I'm going to need 47s for those. That should be all the caps I need. Once we've got that done, we should hear a bit of a difference in the audio. It should be a little bit more selective as well. Sensitive, shall we say. Right, let's get the old extractor in. Save me breathing in loads of solder. Well, flux, I think, is worse than the solder. Right. Let's have a look at the screen set and see if I can stop this timing out then. Screen time, general. Let's have a look if there's anything in general. No, there's nothing in there that I can see, Gary. So I'm going to have to Google it, aren't I? Let's Google it then. It's going to be an easy one, isn't it? So I've got to go display and brightness, auto lock, set auto lock to nether. Okay, right, okay, so that was easier than I thought. So let's go display and brightness, auto lock, never. So it's auto lock. Of course it is. Yay! You got it there, Aunt Tony. I think we clash here. I'm actually look it up. Right. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because otherwise I'm going to get in the way. You won't be able to see what I'm doing. Not that there's a lot to see in recapping a radio, but it'd be interesting to see what state they are when they eventually come out. So let's start with this one up here first to make sure we're the right way round. So we've got the positive facing us, negative at the back. So if you can all remember that, because I'll forget it in a minute. Let me get the iPad. Where am I going to put the iPad? Let's put the iPad behind the soldering setup. Tell you what, I'll be glad once all this is sorted. 40 years in IT, not wasted. Tony, you're right there, mate. Yeah, you'll be able to help me with my live stream setup then, Tony, surely. Surely you can get me some nice discounted prices on some of this ridiculously priced gear. It's crazy money, a lot of it. Okay, let's get this first puppy out of the way. There's loads of wires to burn in the way as well, which is usual. And it's got one of these little soft boards designed to lift the traces at the slightest sign of heat. So this one is a 30. So where's my 33s? 47s. Let's say these are all Nichicon PW series, 105-degree rated, very high quality caps. I tend to use them in nearly everything unless it's one of those jobs that wants an authentic looking capacitor. Then I use the blue Nichicon, fish A's, as you know. Right, so I'm just going to use a little bit of this liquid flux. It's not the gel stuff, this. Just doesn't need cleaning as much as the gel stuff does. Turn that racket off for a minute. Hopefully the lapel microphone is cancelling out a lot of the noise from the desoldering tool. That's the first one done. As I say, I'm going to leave them to one side and then we'll test them all at the end. So let's try and get the hardest ones done first. Some in this area which are a bit tricky. Positives facing me. I think that was across there. Hey Badger, how are you, mate? Welcome from Brazil, I believe. It is Brazil, Badger, wasn't it? I'm just melting my shelving unit there. Quite nice. More wires to burn in the way. The desoldering gun does make this a lot easier. Trying to see which. Oh, cool. When it's working properly, that is, it clogs up for a pastime, and it likes to eat. Likes to eat elements as well. It is a Duratool, Badger. Does it take up much room? Let me just whiz you down there, you can have a look. Just there, that. So no, that doesn't take up too much room. You can buy it as just a desoldering tool without the soldering iron on it. So if you've got decent soldering on and you just want the desoldering tool, you can buy it as a standalone. And I wouldn't be without it, to be honest. Okay. The problem I got now is I haven't got my oh, great. I haven't got my magnifying thing. So if I use these spec things, and I've just lost the top off of it by the looks of it, which is great news. So maybe I won't be using these. Just pinged off across the floor somewhere. Oh well. Best laid plans and all that. Hi Harvey. Yeah, I've just lost the little knurled nut that holds the side on it. I just lifted it up and it's dropped off somewhere. It's typical, isn't it? It won't be far. I can see roughly where it's gone, but I've got time to start searching for that. So we're just going to have to get a bit more light down here. See if I can see which is which on here, because you can never. Well, it's definitely that one. That's definitely that one. Okay. It's always tricky trying to find a component on the other side of the board. Oh, cool. I think that cap has got to be knackered. It got red hot, like mega quick then. So that's another 33 positive facing me. Can't even get that one out. Get out. Yeah, certainly the desoldering tool was one of the best bits of kit I think I've ever purchased. Worth every penny. Highly recommended if you're doing a lot of electrical work, electronic work. That's number 2. So 233's done. Another one in there. I can't actually see what that one is. It might even be a 1 microfarad. It looks. No, definitely there. Possibly there. Yeah. All I was doing there really was just heating the trace and wiggling the capacitor to see where it was. I've got to lift the white wire from that trace. Let's do that now because it's in the way anyway. Come on. I'll tell you what, these get really hot. So I think these are all dry as a bone. Oh, cool. Right, so look way around this one is. Positive at the front. What is this one? A 1 microfarad at 6 volts. Sneaky. I thought I got all the caps I needed then. So we've got another Nichicon. This is a different series, this one. No, it's not. What's a Jamico? But we want a Nichicon, not a Jamico. So this is a Nichicon VZ series, which I think it's just got a longer life. Possibly, I'm not sure the difference between the VZ and the PW. Okay. I got it from CPC, Harvey. CPC is like a CPC. CPC is it's just one of the electrical wholesalers. That's part of the Farnell group, actually. But they do sell some bits that Farnell don't. So it's sort of aimed more at the hobbyist side of the market. A little bit like Maplin's, I suppose, but a lot more stock. You've got a cracking catalogue as well. Right, need to remember to put that wire back down. tweezers for that. You'll find them. There we go. 3 down. 4 to go. So we got this one here. There's a resistor right smack bang in the way as well, which is great news. Hi Paul, how are you? Right, I think the other one's in underneath there. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Right underneath that resistor. So get that out of the way. There we go. No, I didn't. Pi black box video. Hi Leon. Didn't see you pop in there. And Derek, good afternoon to you. I'm good, thank you. This is Cruncher's good. She's been down cooking the, well, making the potato salad and coleslaw for the pub barbecue later. Not that we're that regular that we make their kit, but yeah, we do go there a little bit, to be fair. Right, so this is 100 microfarads with the positive towards me. Let's pop that in. So those of you that have just joined, this is a Mitsubishi radio in for repair that is working, but the audio didn't sound very good and it wasn't very sensitive, so caps are going to be the main culprit, I'm sure. A bit of the shakes today by the looks of it. I didn't have any drink though. Well, I did have some drink last night, but not a lot. It's probably because I need more. I say I do use flux on the joints. Those of you that do a bit of electronics work, if you've used flux, you know that you get a cleaner joint with flux than you do by just the flux that's encased in the actual solder core. Right, that was number 4. We're doing well, we're doing well. 2 down in here, which are going to be a little bit tricky to get at, but I think that's those 2 there. The problem with the soldering tool, it's all very well, the desoldering tool is, if you've got straight legs, but when you've got bent legs, you've got to try and sort of prise the leg up with the tip of the gun as well, which doesn't really do your... Is it that one? Doesn't really do your tips any good. Is it that one perhaps? No. Just trying to find the right leg now. It's not that one. It's this one. Yes. So I've desoldered about 3 legs there when I only needed 2. Let's see which way round this one is. So positive is to the back. Let's have a look which one this is. I think this is the 50s, isn't it, here? Yeah. So we're going with a 47. Okay, that's that one. Just resolder those other ones that I desoldered there because they're not to do with the other capacitor. See, it's not picking up again. They do get jammed very easily, these. That's better. Stuff like that one. There we go. Rickets. You'll get there, Harvey. That jump to 1,000 does take quite a while. I sat on 800 for weeks, well, months actually. Then when I eventually did get to 1,000, which was a bit of a milestone, it took months and months then to enable my channel for monetization again. So, you know, you've still got a long wait ahead of you even when you get to 1,000. Because I believe your channel's reviewed by a person, not a computer. Woohoo! That's the first these days, isn't it? It's good to have the screen not closing down all the time, actually. That's a bit of a godsend. I just keep sticking my fingerprint on it all the time. Should have done that weeks ago, really, shouldn't I? Mitsubishi. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Making good progress. 1 to go, as far as I can see. Just the one. This is in the output stage as well. So this will definitely affect our audio. And it's in the power supply section as well. Same thing, isn't it? It's in the amplifier, basically. Got to do the live fixing, Paul, haven't you? What's the matter with me, eh? Can't help myself, can I? Stuff's got to get done. Tony wants his radios back. He's saying, where's my bloody radios? I've got them here. I'm fixing them. Live. Right, so we've got the bright green wire attached to the... green wire attached to the positive by the looks of it. Yes, Paul, I did. I managed to find a new new filter for the inlet port, which was in my bag of kit that came with it originally. Another R66, Paul. That's a lucky find. Daylight robbery. You robbed them, I think, Paul. I think that's what we're talking about. Okay. Afternoon, Mike, Racing Demon, how are you? Blue meanies? It's a blue meanie, Mike. Blue meanies. Oh, I've just turned that off. I'm going to need that back on again, aren't I? Well, next thing we need to do is get rid of this and put a decent battery clip in there. Let's put in that one, which is a good quality one. Hopefully that'll reach. It should do. Or shall I splice it in and leave it the same length? I wonder. Let's solder it back in properly. So go through that grommet there. So I'm going to put the battery thing in while I've got the soldering kit all fired up. Okay, so one goes to there. This is a pretty good heavy duty PP3 connector. Some of these PP3 connectors are horrific rubbish. I say I do buy quite a lot of them to do my battery kits with. Right, there's the negative. Positive is... God dear me, they don't make this easy, do they? Ugh. Stick that up through there. Typically, it would be connected to that one, wouldn't it? So basically, it goes out to the speaker as well, the positive supply. Some fresh solder on there. The flux. Now we've got to try and get both of these stuck down at the same time. Can't wrap them together really. See if I can grab them together. Going in left-handed now, anything could happen. Done. Let's unravel this. There we have it. The old nasty out. Nice new one in. I need to probably do something with that, stop it getting pulled out of there. What can I do to that? Just stick a cable tie in on the top end here. Good old cable ties are coming in useful today, aren't they? Let's turn that racket off. That should stop it pulling through. Right. We're nearly ready to fire it back up, but there's a few other little jobs that I'm going to do first. We'll test these capacitors first as well, to see how they got on. Sherlock Holmes. You'll sort it. You best hope she's not watching the live stream, Paul. Okay. Right, so a few other things we've got to do. We've got this lovely little switch in here, which looks fairly tarnished. Long wave, medium wave selector. So it's going to have a squirt. Can't get into the other side. as I can. Is a two-sided switch. That's that one. Squirt in the volume port. Stop that. God, sometimes it just goes mental. You can actually get right in on the wiper on that as well. You don't need that little hole on the back, but I've squirted it from both sides. Let's get some blue roll a minute to mop up all that I've just chucked all over the bench. A bit random, that deoxit. Sometimes it just dribbles out, and then other times it just goes mental. Comes flying out like mad. Okay, that's that done. That's done. Switch potentiometer. I need to brush out the tuning cap and give it a blow through. Let's get it to maximum. Cool. It's always really powerful. It's a new can that I've opened today. I'm going to put a little tiny drop of oil on the bearings for the tuning cap, which are dead easy to get to in this one. Only a smidgen because it's got a nice bit of grease on it already. Nice. Trying to work out where this was connected. So we're going to need to probably see which is the best position for that on medium wave. I don't know which trimmer is medium wave and which is long. We can find that out by touching it in a minute, hopefully. So a bit of a bench tidy up. What's in the bottle? Which bottle's that, Benji? This bottle here is Super Lube. That's Flux. Air Duster. Guinness. The Guinness was in a can, but it's nearly all gone actually. Right. We are ready for a try. It's not that easy to get on that now. It's it's a bit dusty as well. So Tony's getting a nice 4-cell C-cell holder. Should fit in there quite nicely. So should be able to join onto that. Well, it's still working. It's a good sign. No, it's not working. Well, that's bizarre. I have done nothing to it, and now it's not picking up anything. Hi, Steve. It's a Mitsubishi El Nastio. No, it's a Mitsubishi. I did say just now, didn't I? It's a 8X815L. Afternoon, Lee. I think the issue may be in this switch here. Let's pop the light back on again. It didn't like deoxit, perhaps. It didn't like to be clean. It wanted to be dirty. Yeah, it was picking up stations before I recapped it. Let's have a look at these old caps a minute. I might have, I haven't got any caps wired wrong. Just checking back over what I've done, make sure I haven't desoldered one of the terminals. Make sure I've not bridged anything. No, all looks good. It's trying. It was working. Me changing the caps should certainly not have stopped it working. Connected my power back up as it was before. It's a mystery. Certainly not improved sensitivity on that. Okay, well, we had 100 microfarad that's reading 300. These caps are always short. So it's reading 300 microfarads at 1 ohm ESR, 220, or 200 even. It's reading 367, 50. Reading 75. The other 50. 79. ESR's not bad on those. This is the ones I thought might have been good. Ah, that one's had it. Oh, 86 microfarads. It's supposed to be 30. So these caps were all shot and it was still working. I've now put nice new shiny good caps in it and it ain't gonna work now, is it? 95, supposed to be 30, and the 1 microfarad might be too low to measure actually. 1.8. So yeah, those caps were all shot. Did I check polarity? Yeah, pretty much, because I mean, end of the day, if the polarity was wrong, it would be cutting out on the power supply. It's switching the negative, this one. Just going to get a magnifier and go over the board a minute. I can't find the bits to my other magnifier, which is great. Let's get a good old handheld magnifier. Because if it's working before and it's not working now, it's obviously, oh, excuse me, just pulling the camera all over the place. It's obviously something that I've done, isn't it? Yes, Graham, it is. Yeah, no worries, Mike. I don't mind any help or suggestions. Keep them coming. Yeah, I've got it on the current limited power supply there. It's only drawing 0.2 of an amp. If it was reversed, it would be cutting out on the limit. So let's have a look. Right. Let's have a look where I started over here. That's good, no bridges, that's that one. Check down here, this was a bit cluttered, but no, that appears to be all good. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with my caps. Oh, hang on. Hang on, I said, did I say that did I say that wire was going to the negative of that cap? Ah, I bet I might have got that cap there in the wrong way round, but that's unlikely. Could have a look in here now. I'm wondering whether I've got that cap in backwards, that last one. I've got a feeling I put that one in backwards, you know. I would have to rewind the footage. I wonder if I can rewind the footage of myself and have a look. That would be a bit crazy, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, on the circuit diagram, it doesn't tell me which way around the caps go. Stream health is good. Right, let's just have a quick, I'm just having a quick look back on my stream. I'm sure I mentioned that they do get jammed very easily, these. What gets jammed? You know, green wire attached to the positive by the looks of it. Oh, no, I have got it the right way around. Oh well. Was worth a try, wasn't it? Oh dear. Right, let's go back to chat. Yeah, I have got it the right way around. Theo, I've just had a quick look back through my my video. That's bizarre. Why are you not working now? What have I done? I know this one here is really loose, the aerial coil, but it seems to be all connected. There's nothing pulled off. Obviously not touched any of the other components. Ah, interesting. It's a mystery. There's that there. What done with my magnifier? Capacitor there? Not really. Let's put a bit of flux down here and just have a look at this joint down here. Doesn't look to be touching, but there's a pretty horrible joint there. Nasty joint, but that's not one that I've touched. It's just a nasty looking joint. So reflow that. No, I can't see anything wrong at all. It's driving you to need another brew, Theo, is it? Oh dear. So do that joint there. That does look a bit nasty, that one. Doesn't even want to reflow. A bit of fresh solder in there. That's better. Right. Just touched up a couple joints, but really there's nothing obvious there. So that is definitely, hang on. Just double check which wire is which on this. My suggestion of it being reverse polarity might not be out of the ballpark. So that's negative. Negative. And that. Positive. No, it is the right way around. Let's try it again then after reflowing those joints. Mitsubishi, take 2. Negative. Bizarre. Right. Let's get the signal tracer out, see if we've got anything here. It could be, I suppose, one of the transistors has decided to pack up because it's now got the correct amount of current flowing through it where it didn't have before. I suppose. No. Let's have a look here. Am I doing this the right way around? So where are we? This has got to be the IF down here. It's got to be the drivers through to the amplifier there. So this must be the IF's down here. Let's turn that off a minute. Okay, let's have a look here, which is... So we're in medium wave, so we're more likely to get something on medium wave. I think the next thing we need to do is get a beer down. I think that's going to help a lot. Yeah, that's what I thought, Benji. It was all over the shop, wasn't it? But I've checked the connections on it. They seem to be okay. And there's nothing that I can see pulled off the board. And it's not working on medium wave or long wave. So going in with a drop of proper job now. Cornish IPA. Good stuff. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for. just wonder if I've got one of those caps in the wrong way round, you know, that would do it, but I was pretty careful. Don't like that up it, does it? Amplifier's certainly working all right. What is going on with this radio? It's something silly. It is something silly. So basically all the aerial wires come back to this switch. Let's give the switch a bit of a blowout in case it is full up with deoxit still. Could be. It does almost seem like it's gone out of tune, doesn't it? So if I touch the ferrite, it goes mad. Certainly haven't touched anything. It's red, white and green. Red is earth. Red is there, green is there. I'm just trying to work out how this circuit works. I think. Hi Simon, how are you? Good to have you on board, mate. I've not seen you for a while. Hope all's well. Fattening's not the word today. Yeah. I don't think the oscillator's going for some reason. I do not think the oscillator is going. The oscillator has stop-head. So let me just have a quick look at the front end. See, it does go through those switches, the oscillator, but Q1 2SA142. No voltages on it. That's I got one of those 50 microfarad caps the wrong way round. Perhaps 2SA142 then we're looking for. We've got two of those. Typical. So we've got two, a strange oscillator in this. We've got two oscillator coils, L4 and L3. Two on the antenna. Okay, where did I get my magnifier? This one here. Mike, it's just a Rolson one. It's supposed to have LEDs in it, but the batteries are gone. It's a little illuminated one. It's only a Rolson one that I picked up from one of the budget DIY places. It doesn't actually say. I would think it's only probably, it might be two to four. It's not huge. Yeah, just a Rolson one, right? But yeah, quite good. It's got 5 LEDs in the back, 6 even. So it's quite bright when you put batteries in it. It's I think it's, yeah, it's AAA's, and I've only got one there. I think the other one's dropped out in the box here somewhere. Well, we're not having much luck with this. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look, or see if we can find a schematic for it, or board layout or something, because there's no markings on the board whatsoever. Looks like it's got 3 IF stages, but one I think could be possibly a mixer though. So we've got oscillator, mixer, 2 IFs. Well, the mixer does the first IF as well, I think. Then we've got our detector diode, D1. I suppose if that one had it, then we wouldn't be doing anything. That's a possibility. The diode could have packed up, which is a bit strange, but it's a possibility. So maybe we'll check a diode a minute, and failing that, we'll have to get the SIG-gen out and start chucking some signals into it. It could be something stupid. I've got this feeling that it's something really silly, but I can't pinpoint it. So that's Google Mitsubishi. It's going to bring up lots of Mitsubishi cars. 8X-815L. Mitsubishi Audio Gold. Radio Museum. Yeah, all they've got is the schematic that's printed on the lid, basically. It's actually quite a good scan of it. Let's see if I can get the scope on it, see if we've got an oscillator. I think I can see which is Q1. Let's go with that one there. As I say, it could well be a transistor that was just hanging in there, and now it's had some more power through it because I've done the capacitors. It could have took it out, I suppose. It's unlikely, but it is definitely possible. Got to watch the time as well. It's getting up to 3 o'clock now. Surprising how long this stuff takes, really. Yeah, if any of you've got Radio Museum accounts, you can look that up. I think the oscillator transistor is the one right down in there. That's an SA142, 141, 142. That must be it up there. I can't see what the pinout is on it. See if we've got anything on that leg there. It's got to be that one. No, nothing. Just auto set it a minute. Maybe there's something low level there. This moving frequency is just not very strong. Let's come to the second one, which is there. No, we've not got an oscillator signal in it. There is no oscillator. This, wow, very faint. I've got the scope on max. So there's no oscillator running, so it's either something I've done. I've got to take that out, or it's not going to work. It's either something I've done, or the oscillator's decided to die on us, which again is possible. It's not the most likely of the scenarios, but it is possible. No, just looking at my caps again, they are all in right. They're definitely all in right. I don't think that detector, if that had gone, I would still have been able to pick up a signal in the radio. Let's just put my component tester on it just in case. Should be able to measure it as a diode. Yeah, give me a chance. I've got to hook it on there first. Come on. It's saying it's a Zener because it's in circuit, but it definitely is a diode, so it's not that gone. I've got a feeling it's that oscillator transistor. Or something in that area. It's a real pain that I haven't got a board layout. It's really difficult to see where everything goes from the circuit diagram, because I don't know where the component is on the circuit. I mean, I'm assuming that's Q1 up there. Got those two legs. That goes up to capacitor. That goes to the switch bank. And the emitter goes to ground. Which I think ground on this is positive, isn't it? I think that's we're going to need to leave that one for today, I think, unless anyone's got any suggestions. I don't think try the IF, see if we can push a signal through it. What is it, 455? It's got to be 455, the IF, and again it doesn't tell us. It don't want us to know, really, does it? I reckon it's got to be 455 megs in it, kilohertz. Let's try sticking 455. Strong 455 up it, see if it likes it. Come on. Let's go minus 20 dBm. Call the wire. Let's connect it up again and see if we can push an IF signal through it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, Theo. I have had a probe about. Normally, if I can see the oscillator on the scope, but in this instance, I couldn't. Well, a very weak oscillator at that. If it was the oscillator, I literally had to put the scope on maximum sensitivity to see it, which is not normal. So if I have got an oscillator, it's weak. Well, as you can hear, the IF is getting through. Just very, very weak. So that's at 0 dB, and that's getting through there now. So there is an IF signal getting through there. Was it Mike or Theo that said that? Mike, I think, wasn't it? That's 0 dB though, so that's a very strong signal. But it is getting through. Yes, Theo, wasn't it, was saying about the IF? Yeah, Theo, so the IF is getting through there, Theo. It is getting through, but has got no oscillator. So there's something in that oscillator circuit, and the oscillator is connected to this switch as well, which I've obviously give that a squirt of deoxit, but that shouldn't have affected it. I mean, can't see anything pulled off there. There's no loose wires. It's very sensitive if I touch the aerial. There is a screw loose up there. I don't suppose that'll make any difference, but you never know. Let's try the see if we can get a noise on the oscillator and see if I can find a radio that's working. See if we can get something. I'm trying to find a radio that's working. Let's see if one of these is working. Is that Magnavox working? Can't remember if this is working or not. What was this? Oh, that's a weird battery type, isn't it, that one? Yeah, no, that's a strange battery type. I don't know what that one is. I don't think it's a 1.5 volt, that one. This one was working. It's a 9 volt. You've got a manual for it, Tony, have you? It's dead, Tony. It's dead. I've killed it. It was working, now it's not. Game over. I believe this one was working. Right. So we're listening for like a null when we reach the... No. Cheers, Paul. Hi, Rez, how are you? No, the oscillator is definitely dead. Yeah, this one only does medium wave, Theo. It's FM or AM. AM is the medium wave band. He says, let's just double check that. You got me doubting myself now. I don't know. I think it is working. It must be long wave then. Well, I can make it work. I can make it work using the oscillator in the other set. So you can hear now that the Mitsubishi is working, sounds like it's using the oscillator from the little Zenith. If I turn that up.
Well, starting at the 1 o'clock, ending at Starfield Heights, that's fairly crazy to say the least, but a wonderful day.
If I turn the Zenith off, it stops. So something definitely not right there. What's that, Tony? It's a 9 volt. It's one of them little tiny thin cells, isn't it? So we've definitely got an issue in the oscillator on this one. For some reason, it was fine. Yes. Strange that it was working before and now it's not working, Theo, though, isn't it? It does sort of say that it's something I've done, but it doesn't appear to be anything I've done. I've just gone over everything that I've done here and can't find a thing wrong with it. Hi, Moss-san, how are you? Yeah, we could try heating it up, I suppose. It is a germanium after all. It's just bizarre, Theo, isn't it, that it's working before. It's really annoying. It does happen sometimes. You do work on something and then all of a sudden it decides to not work anymore. It's the joy of vintage radio, really. try that, Theo. I'll stick the soldering iron on what I think are the three legs of it. It's difficult to see. It's so crammed in here, and I've got no board layout. Definitely one there. Okay, I think I've got the three. I put a bit of heat on the top of the transistor, and it didn't like it much. Seems to be picking up my soldering iron. Yeah, I've heated both of those up, and they're did have some effect, but I don't know if it's a good effect or bad.
get a full, what you're going for on recently, and you really get that from him. He is someone who just follows it all and is completely absorbed in it. And other people, I mean, Colin Jones has on this, it's fantastic. Nearly 50 years.
Hi Simon, no I didn't test the new components. The caps are all Nichicon PWs. To be fair, I've never tested them because they never seem to ever be a problem. I think we're going to need to pop the oscillator transistor out and have a look at it a minute. I think we've got a dodgy 2SA142, I think it was, wasn't it? And God only knows what equivalent that is. Being it's an oscillator, I'm probably going to need to get the right transistor there. I think I know which ones it is. Amperex resonator. No, I've not heard of that before. Amperex. Just waiting for the desoldering tool to heat up. I mean, I don't think we're going to have time to have a look at the Hacker today, which is going to be a shame. So I was trying to put this one to bed really, but let's just try this last bit on it and then see if we've got time to have a look at the Hacker. Just going to pop the oscillator transistor out just to see if it is actually decided to give up. I do find that these oscillators do go in these radios quite often actually. I've replaced a few oscillator transistors in these Japanese radios and they are quite hard to get hold of. Poor old Tony, his radio's dead. Is it same as an AF127, is it? Ooh. Really? Here's a 2SA142. So it's the same as an AF127. I have plenty of those. Well, I say plenty. I have some of them. Now my desoldering tool has decided not to work again. There's wax all over this as well. It smells like blooming Christmas candles here. That's the only time we light candles here, really, is in the Christmas. Not that there's any specific Christmas candles. Right. This is covered in wax, this one. So I'm going to make sure I get the transistor back in the right way round. There's one wire not quite given. Okay. Just going to tack that one back in there a minute so I know where it came from. So I think I've got another joint over here. You can't really see a lot, so apologies for this, really. You really can't see a lot going on here, but there's plenty going on. But, I will, as I say, hopefully get myself sorted in the coming weeks. God, you believe it, the flipping thing will not come out. Where are you connected? Oh, I know. Whew, excuse me, someone walked over my grave then. Right, let me just tack this wire here back on where it should go. Otherwise we're going to get all confused. Tell you what, a board layout would be lovely for this. Okay, so that's my 3 legs undone. I just need to try and work out which is the collector on this, because it's covered in wax. I need to take a picture of it in situ so as I can see which way round it goes back in. So bear with me a sec. You right? No? No parcel yet? Still at it. Oh, not very long. Right. Apologies, had to have a quick comfort break there. You know it is. I should have put some background music on or something, shouldn't I? Right. I'm trying to monitor chat here, but it's difficult with the soldering iron in the way. Okay, let's get back onto chat. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Lee. It does work sometimes. Step away from the radio. Okay. So the mark is there. Basically, the writing is in front of us. So let's test this one. So this is a 2SA142. Yeah, it's not a 142A, Andrew. It's definitely a 142. That must be the collector there. I'm going to stick the red wire on the collector just to make sure that is. Hopefully you can see what I'm up to here. All I'm doing is I'm attaching this now to my Peak DCA Pro component analyzer, which should give us some sort of idea of the gain on it. I don't know if anyone has looked up the data sheet on the 2SA142 just to see what we're expecting to see on it. Not a lot without the wires connected. So it is saying that it is a germanium transistor. It's got an HFE of 43 and leakage point is 0.13, which is fine. HFE of 43 then, are we saying that that's okay? Let's have a look at the data sheet. 142. All transistors. Okay, it's saying HFE minimum of 70. Let's have a look, see if I've got another one in stock here a minute. We need to go to Google Drive. You never know, I may have one here. Where are we? Electronic components. No. HFE of 43. Let's get back to chat. Yeah, Resonate, I've just looked that up. It does say 70, doesn't it? And this one's 43, so it's weak. Just show the camera, look. Yeah, can you see that? So it's not dead, but it is weak. So let me just do a little picture of what the connections are on it in a minute. I can always pop a AF127 in and see what it does. So we've got 1, 2, 3. That's collector. Blue is base. Let's just finally then stick an AF127 back in it. To be fair though, an AF127 is pretty much the same as an AF125. That's AF127 there. Let's check the HFE on that one. Just a quick thought though, I was thinking, obviously next week I'm probably not going to have a live stream because it's Sunday and we're going to the NVCF. That's got an HFE of 99, that one, look. I'm going to the NVCF, so I was thinking possibly do a live stream from the NVCF, which would be a bit crazy, wouldn't it? But, you know, I do crazy stuff. Let's just have a quick look at the pinout on the AF127. So we got collector, base emitter. Let's pop the AF127 in, and then I really do have to go, people, so apologies for that. But yeah, I was thinking of possibly seeing if I could do a live stream from the NVCF on my phone. It's really going to depend on what internet connection I can get up there, if any. I thought it's worth a try, isn't it? It's worth a try. It's worth a try. Right, I'm going to pop this AF127 in, which has got an HFE of 99, and see if that miraculously brings it to life. I've just got a feeling it's something more. I need to check the next transistor in the line, really. It's not the easiest transistor to get to. Right, let's just try this one more time then with an AF127 in it as an oscillator. See if it will oscillate. You never know. It's not dead, it's part of the fjords, is it? What you want about, Steve? Oh dear. Right, fire in the hole then, let's get it fired up. See if the poor old 2SA142 has passed his sell-by date. I got a feeling it could be the next one online, but never mind. Exactly the same people, unfortunately. Let's just try it again with the Zenith beside it. Okay, so all we've done really is ruled out the oscillator transistor. The next one is the mixer, which is the same transistor, 2SA142. So I can pop that one out and try that one, but that's going to be for another day, sadly, because I do have to go now. I was going to show you the Mayflower, which I will quickly get up on the bench to show you. Very quick look. There's not going to be any powering up of it. But like I say, I do have to go out like 10 minutes ago because the pub are waiting for us. So this, there she is. The Hacker Mayflower 2, actually. Hacker Mayflower 2. So this one we was going to have a quick look at today, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to now, so it's going to have to come in another live stream. But there we are. I did take the back off, so it's just loosely held in by a couple screws, so I can whip the back off and show you inside very quickly. If I could get the right screwdriver. Because there is some issues. Not really that much of an issue, to be fair. It's all there. I bought it blind at an auction. It didn't cost me a massive amount of money, but I did sort of pay. I paid what I think it was worth anyway, so I didn't go over the top with it. Not missed anything, Benji, apart from that I'm on my way. So it's all there, all the valves are in. The only one that looks dodgy is the Magic Eye tube. Looks a bit white, but it might just be dust. We've got some ECL 86 outputs, which look okay. Visually, it looks all right. Obviously, I need to get the chassis out, get in underneath and check the caps. There's been some sort of dodgy botch done here with the FM aerial. That should exit out the back of the case, but you won't be able to see it from that angle, but someone's put like a little, you might be able to just see the little coil that someone's put at the top there. Oh, that actually is, yeah, it looks like the FM area does go around the case. And someone's put like a hook eye up in this top piece here and just run a bit of wire. I think that probably, I don't know, that's bizarre. I don't know what they've done there. That looks very strange. I'm going to need to have a good look at that. No, Steve, I've not got time to power it, mate. I literally have got to go out the door now. It's 10 to 4. I've got to be down the pub at 4. So I'm going to have to say bye, everybody. It's been a bit of a struggle today. Nothing seems to have worked, as is usual. Sod's law and all that. Nothing works when you want it to. But hope you've enjoyed that today. Sorry it's been a little bit of a borer, but you've seen really some of the stages of trying to find what's wrong with a set. It was working fine, recapped it, now it's not working. So I think possibly we've got a bit more current running through because we have some really bad caps, and that's probably taken out one of the transistors. So anyway, thanks everybody. Will I do a live stream from the NVCF? I might. If you go into the NVCF, I'll be in touch in the week. I would suggest that we meet up somewhere around about 12 o'clock down in the cafe area. So if anyone's going, we're going to go for 12 o'clock in the cafe area. If you've got my email or you're on the Facebook group, then I'll send you my phone number so you can send me a text, but the service is not very good in there. So you probably need to go outside to use your phone. Inside the hall, the service is not very good. It's not on O2, which I've got. So bye for now, and I'll catch you all next week. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my Patreon page, and if you do want to contribute, there is also PayPal on my main YouTube page. So bye for now. Catch you all again soon. Cheers.